Just talk about getting the job and how exciting that was when Coach Freeze, I assume, or Coach told you were the starter.
Yeah, it was good to hear that from Coach and to have that conversation with him. It was nothing crazy, not a long conversation, but to hear that and kind of get past the whole competition and everything, and hearing about it and wondering about it. Obviously, I'm always going to be competing. I'm always going to be trying to play my best, so that doesn't change. But to be able to know when you're going to practice, what group you're going with, I think that definitely helps, and it's good for the mind.
You said he felt like you were maybe pressing a little bit early on, and then this last scrimmage, you kind of a little more comfortable. Did you kind of feel that?
Yeah, scrimmage one, didn't have a great day. I felt like I've been practicing well, and then in the scrimmage just made a couple mistakes that I haven't been making in practice. A couple things that just I hadn't been doing, which was frustrating, and then a couple other things that happened in the scrimmage was just a kind of a frustrating day. But second scrimmage, I thought we played well. I thought I played like I've been playing in practice, which was good to do that in a scrimmage setting. I'm excited that we're done with scrimmages so that I can be live again, so we don't have the whistle blowing on. Sometimes I'm sacked, sometimes I'm not. So, but it was good, yeah.
Peyton, kind of take us back to May and your decision to leave Michigan State. Or what went into that, and what was it about Auburn that made you comfortable to make that move?
Yeah, I'll probably steer clear of talking about anything that happened at Michigan State. It was a quick thing that happened. If you would have asked me a week before I had committed or a week before I got in the portal if I was transferring, I would have been like, I don't know what you're talking about. But there's a few things that happened, and that went in the past of the whole off season. But then, when I entered the portal, talking with Coach Freeze, talking with the coaches here, I thought it was a no-brainer to come here, and I thought it was a great opportunity. And so far, it's been great being down here.
Yeah, what was it about maybe his offenses, Coach Montgomery's offenses, that made you think, okay, this is a system I can maybe be successful in?
Yes, when I came down here on my visit, me and my dad were here for probably like 9 hours, and a lot of that was watching film and talking through the offense and seeing the players that we have, and that was all very encouraging. The Coach Freeze offense, obviously, he's had a lot of success with all types of quarterbacks. Last year, I think they got to their fourth string quarterback at some point, and they were still winning games. So, just seeing that and seeing the way that he game plans and hearing about him as a play caller, and then Coach Montgomery as well. If you look at his track record, his time at Baylor, his time at Tulsa, he had explosive offenses ranked in the top 2 in the country for 3 years in a row or something like that. So it's fun for me to be able to play for an offensive head coach and to have a lot of people devoted to quarterback and quarterback development and all that stuff. So it's been good so far.
Hey, talk about your receivers, what you've seen from them. What do you feel like we've got there?
Absolutely. A lot of new guys. I think we got 3 transfers just from the summer, the same time I came. I think a couple more guys came in January, but then there's some guys that were here that are making plays too. So, you got VAR, you got Jay Fair, both guys playing the slot that can really move, make great catches, very athletic. You got guys like Shane Hooks, Jair, Caleb Burton's in that mix of both inside and outside. Nick Martiner playing on the outside, big body like Shane. You guys saw the catch Shane made in the scrimmage. Everyone talks about how big his hands are. He just makes plays and understands how to run routes and stuff like that. So I'm definitely missing a couple other guys, but I think we got a good collection of receivers.
How about Auburn? What makes Auburn so special? I know you've only been here for a short time, but everyone says something special about being on the Plains.
Yeah, like you said, I think I'm on 3 months now being down here, but it's been great so far. I love it down here. This is my kind of place, my kind of people down here. Everybody's been very welcoming and just good people. People are just nicer down here. A lot of people say that. It feels like everybody's friendly. Seems like everybody goes to church, which is what I believe in. And so it's been great, and everybody since I've been down here, like I said, has been very welcoming. It's been fun.
Your dad, your granddad, football's been kind of a thing. How valuable is that as a quarterback to have that kind of background and that kind of device and those kind of things?
Yeah, I think it's, a big advantage to have that and to grow up around it. I grew up around football my whole life. I was riding a team bus with my dad when I was like 5. Sitting watching film, sitting in meetings when I really didn't even know what was going on, but I was just hearing it. And so I was taught it at a young age. And then my dad, he played quarterback too, so he's a coach and he was a quarterback. So getting to have that wealth of knowledge with those guys and the success that they had as coaches is definitely something that I'm very fortunate for and very, very thankful for.
Damari talked about meeting you on his visit to Michigan State back in the day. What can you say about the running back room, especially Damari in the offseason? What you've seen from them so far?
Yeah, I think our running back room is loaded. I think we have a number of guys that can go out there and get the job done. Obviously, Jarquez is a special player. I mean, you guys have seen that. In my short time practicing with him, I've seen that, and then I was able to work out with him in the summer. And just get to know him a little bit. And so that was great. He's an awesome dude. Damari, also a great guy. He presents a unique set of skills. He can catch the ball. He's quick. He gets in and out of his cuts really well. And he's also, just a good guy to be around. Brian Batty or Betty, I don't even know how to say it yet still. He's a running back of his own, in the way that his vision, obviously he's a smaller guy, but sometimes he gets lost back there in the backfield, and all of a sudden these little windows, he's able to really split through it. And then Jeremiah, as a freshman, he's been making plays all fall. So I think we got a great running back room. Like I said, a bunch of great guys. And then Damari. I've met Damari in the fall. He was actually at my place for his visit, so got to know him before getting down here.
Your numbers as a quarterback are significantly better when the team runs football successfully. What do you think might lead to something like that? Do you feel like this team's going to be able to run the football?
Yes, I do believe we'll be able to run the football. I think our offensive line definitely has that capability. I feel like they've shown that so far in the fall. And like I said, our running backs make plays. And, I think if you look at my 2 years of playing, obviously, like you said, we ran the ball better 2 years ago than we did last year. And a lot of things go into that, offensively, what you can and can't do. It depends on your personnel, really. And we had different personnel 2 years ago than we did last year. And it wasn't just the running back position. We had different guys up front as well, different, a lot of things play into that. And so, but yeah, I mean, if you just want to be straight about it, my 2 years, my stats were better when we ran the ball, but, there's a lot, you could look at that a lot of different ways. So I'm just focused on going and executing our offense.
Peyton, how different is this offense compared to what you ran at Michigan State? What are the biggest adjustments you had to make?
Yeah, it's definitely different. Everyone talks about the RPO, and that's definitely a big part of our offense. We did some RPO stuff at my last place, but not a ton. So people want to call Michigan State pro style. It's definitely like more, I guess you call it pro style than what we run here. But I feel like the pros are changing too. So it's not just turn and hand it off anymore. I feel like so. There's obviously more spread offense here, more up tempo. So all those things I've done a little bit of in the past. It just wasn't a staple of the offense I was in. So just getting used to it, talking to coach, trying to learn the best I can of what he wants and what he's looking for and what he's had success with in the past. And so there's differences, some similarities, and like I said, I'm just trying to go play well.
What was that process of kind of just fitting into this team when you came later than not everyone else would play, than a lot of people getting here in the fall, fitting into this new scheme, and also new teammates?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that I wanted to do is just be myself. I didn't want to come down here and try to be somebody else. Obviously, it's a different part of the country, a different conference. But I think if you go into a new place and try to be something you're not, everybody can tell that. And so I'll just try to come down here and do what I do and work hard and try to prove myself, in our workouts first, and then just getting to know guys. I feel like I've been able to do that and get to build some relationships, which has been great. But like I said, just trying to be me and keep doing what I've been doing my whole life and what's got me here. So that's about it.
You ever spent any time in this part of the country before?
I used to vacation like my whole childhood down in Destin, Florida, so we would drive through here quite a bit, or drive through Alabama every year. But I've never like spent an extended amount of time in the state of Alabama until now. But I love it down here, and it's been great so far. So I've really enjoyed my time.
From your own eyes, what was that battle like between you and Robbie, and what role, if any, do you see for him going forward in this offense?
I thought it was good, healthy competition. I don't think it was anything that was, toxic or anything like that. Like sometimes quarterback competitions can be. I have a lot of respect for Robbie, and we're still obviously talking still, and everything's good. But it was good competition, and as far as the last part of the question, that's not really up to me. I'm sure that coach will figure that out. I'm gonna leave that to him, and I'm just gonna focus on executing what I need to when I'm in the game.
Peyton, what about your skill set translates into this offense? Like, what do you think you do well that works with this offense?
I think I'm an accurate quarterback. I feel like that. I feel like I feel like when we've been going fast in my past, like 2-minute drill, I feel like we were efficient doing that. And so with the up-tempo stuff, I feel like that was a plus in my game my last 2 years. And so just seeing defenses, diagnosing defenses, being able to think quick and process quickly is definitely something that you have to do in this offense. And I feel like I'm able to do that. And so just now going out there and executing like I talked about. So, trying to perfect Coach's offense and run the way he wants to.
Leadership and command are two words that Coach Freeze has used when saying why he won the job. How have those characteristics, leadership and command, helped you, A, win the job, and B, gel with teammates?
I think it goes back to, like I said, just being me and trying not to do too much. Some guys hear the word leadership and think that they have to like go yell at everybody or do something crazy. Leadership comes in a lot of different shapes and sizes, and there's a lot of different ways of doing it. And so sometimes you do have to get on guys. Sometimes you just got to put your arm around a guy and whisper something to him. But in terms of command, I think command comes back to just knowing your stuff. I don't think you can command a room if you don't know what you're doing, and you don't know the offense, or you don't know how hard you're working and all that stuff. So just showing up every day, being consistent, while also striving to be the best I can be and pushing myself first. I feel like if I just focus on those things, and the leadership aspect is a whole different thing than command, I guess, in my eyes.